Welcome! It's another Sheff United Way match preview. Oxford United, Sheffield United, we're both called United, so I'm going to have to try right throughout this preview not to just refer to one of the teams as United. Wish me luck.
Ole, ole, ole. Ole, ole, ole. Ole, ole, ole.
Well, welcome along. I think we should look back, first of all, at our last match. It kind of makes sense, and we always do that. A 3-1 home win against our feeder club, Coventry City. Good to see Rodoni. That's probably the next player that we'll take from them. Scoring at Bramall Lane. I hope we'll do much more of that in the future in red and white. Harmer, Campbell, and Rhian Brewster all scoring. Brewster, whose birthday is on April Fool's Day, rather fittingly. Was that the best performance by Sheffield United of the season, or is that recency bias? It is certainly a chin stroker, and I would love to know your thoughts in the comments if you disagree. If you're saying that wasn't the best performance of the season, what was? And I will promise you that at least one of us will definitely read some of those comments. Now, when we go and talk about our team lineup for this, I'd also be interested in yours. But before we get there, and before we go any further, I want to thank our video sponsors, Panenka Bar and Grill. Panenka, a stunning premium bar set over 2 floors with 2 bars, separate restaurant space with luxury, unique VIP boxes, which are available for private hire. Panenka truly is Sheffield's ultimate social experience. Panenka is also the Sheff United Way's designated pre- and post-match bar of choice. All the live matches are on. It is the perfect place to meet friends before making the short walk onto beautiful downtown Bramall Lane for the big game. You can also watch, as I say, the televised matches there as well. You'll find Panenka at the entrance to New Era Square. And on a home match day, you might see some of the Sheff United Way team as well. So the Blades travel to Oxford, having won 9 of our last 10 against Oxford United. That's a juicy stat. We last lost at Oxford in December 1996. Andy Walker with a late consolation in a 4-1 defeat, which I remember like yesterday, and I can't believe it was so long ago, because in my head, 1996, that's about 10 years ago, 11 at a push. We need to talk about 𝗍𝗍 𝗚𝗿𝗍 because there's a little question here. Does 𝗍𝗍, if he's fully fit, automatically just get in the side? I mean, the 2 Toms as well. Cannon, a lot of question marks about a lot of money. Should he be playing regularly, maybe with Campbell coming in on the wing? Tom Davies, I've actually been very impressed when he's been fit. Should he be fit enough? Probably, certainly to make the bench. We're still waiting for 100% confirmation at time of recording. Harry Clark, Alfie Gilchrist, could one of them be back in time? But do they need to be? Probably for backup. But Femi Sariki, who's a very interesting player. I don't think I've ever seen a player quite like him, where he can have 25 kind of terrible minutes where he looks like he's never walked before and then looks like prime Cafu. Really is a very, very interesting footballer. I think there's a real player there. I'm very, very pleased he's one of ours. Now, before we come to my team prediction, we're going to give huge thanks to 𝗵𝗏𝗄𝗃. 𝗵𝗏𝗄𝗃 is a virtual band. Many of their members are Blades. Check out 𝗵𝗏𝗄𝗃.com. The album Tall Tales of 10 Girls is fabulous, and they are releasing new music with a new album coming very soon called Pop Songs Your Mum Would Like. When you think about football and sponsorships, you obviously think about lovely songs for your mother. By the way, the song Every Day Now Is a Gift, I've been listening to that. I think it's well worth you lending your ears to. You can actually find it online very, very easily. Every Day Now Is a Gift by 𝗵𝗏𝗄𝗃. Right, team prediction. We know Michael Cooper in goal. Then it gets a bit more interesting. So would like your thoughts. Sariki, Anel, Robinson, Burrows. But is it time to give McCallum a start as we get to the business end? And legs are going to be tired. It's been a frantic, frenetic, fitness-sapping season. Peck, Chowdhury, Harmer, Ben Brereton Diaz, or possibly rest him and give Jezran Rak-Sakyi a run out. I want to see a little bit more from JRS. Brewster, does O'Hare come back in? But Brewster scored last game. He's on fire. Tyrese Campbell, maybe more, plays against Millwall for that physicality. This is what I mentioned about Sousa. What do you do? Because I thought Hamza Chowdhury probably had his best game last time out, so you don't really want to drop him. Peck has been incredible. So there's a midfield question mark. Disagree? Like what you see? Let me know your thoughts. For our opposition view this week, we are handing over to Oxford United fan and YouTuber Jack Ward.
Hi guys, Jack here from the 𝗣𝗿𝗲𝗵 podcast. The Sheffield United way have asked me to send in my thoughts ahead of Oxford's game against Sheffield United on Saturday. I'll be honest with you, I think it's going to be a really tricky game from an Oxford United point of view. Off the back of a quite frustrating defeat against 𝗬𝗏𝗧 game, we were 1-0 up in. We are fighting for our lives. The bottom end of the championship is so tight, so close down there. And every point is huge, but we've got to use our home form. We've got to use the home advantage to our advantage. And if we can get just anything from this game against Sheffield United, it will be really, really significant. But we're fully aware of the incredible side and the fantastic form that Chris Wilder's team are in at this moment in time. So we're not downplaying it whatsoever. We are expected to lose the match, as we have been for the majority of our games this season. But be competitive, keep the game tight, nick something, using those fine margins. That's the only way we're going to be successful in this game. In terms of a likely lineup and injuries, it looks like Cameron Brannigan will hopefully be back for the game. He missed the game against 𝗬𝗏𝗧. He's so important. He's the orchestrator and the engine in this Oxford team. So him returning would be massive. Looks like Elliot Moore, our captain, will remain out injured. So, yeah, the 11 will probably be very similar to 𝗬𝗏𝗧, hopefully with Cameron Brannigan back in the side. Hopefully we can get something in terms of an honest heart score prediction. I'm going to say we get a draw. My head says we could lose the game 2 or 3-1.
Cheers, Jack. Jack helped us out as well with the reverse fixture. Now, the referee for Oxford versus Sheffield United is James Linnington. He's taken charge of 20 matches in all competitions so far this season. He's given 73 yellows, which is average. He's given just 1 red card, which is definitely not average. And he's given 5 penalties, which last time I did a ref review, they'd given 5 penalties in slightly more games, but I actually think 5 is probably about standard par for the course. It certainly seems that way when I looked at comparing him with a few others. He has taken charge in his career of 14 Sheffield United games. We've won 5, drawn 3 and lost 6. I can therefore read nothing into that. It's 8 Oxford matches that he's reffed and they've won 4, drawn 2. So quick maths. That was bad. Lost 2. Now we come to our player connections. And as always, I've gone with 4 players who've played for both. Don't know if this one's that easy. So again, going to throw it out there. If you can do better than me, please do. Bobby Ford. We all dream of a team of Bobby Fords. He's now 50 years old. He's fallen off the map. No one knows where he is. I'd love to interview him and get him on the channel. 2 spells with Oxford United, 116 appearances and 7 goals first time round between 1992 and 1997. 37 appearances and 1 goal in his second spell, 2002-03 season. In between that, he was at Bramall Lane, playing 154 times, scoring 6 goals. He did score against the Pigs. I remember that. Wasn't everyone's cup of tea. John Lundstrom, 104 appearances in all competitions, 4 goals. Wasn't everyone's cup of tea. 2015-17. He then joined United and in 4 seasons played 120 times, bagging 8. Dean Saunders, what a player. Now, this is one that I think both Hughes fans and Blades fans will go, this guy was fantastic at our club. 43 league games for Sheffield United, 17 goals, including a very memorable one off Paul Musselwhite's back when we were playing Port Vale. I was at that game, had a cracking view of it as well. I mean, probably a foul throw, but who cares? That was in 97-98. In 1987-88, before he was with Sheffield United, he was at Oxford United. 59 appearances, 22 goals, a similar kind of goal to games return. Ben Woodburn, my 4th and final. Now 25, the former Liverpool wonder kid. He spent time on loan at Bramall Lane in the 2018-19 season. 7 league appearances, 0 goals. Did make 8 appearances in all competitions, but still 0 goals. 16 appearances and 1 goal for Oxford in 2019-20 season. Now we come to our score prediction. If you'd like your score prediction shared here and to receive a whole host of other benefits as well as support us, head to patreon.com/SheffUnitedWay. Do it today. It helps us to continue to do what we do because not all of this is free. And Sheffield United, it's worth mentioning, have beaten every team outside of the top 6 this season. Hull City are the only team below 8th to have beaten us, thanks to Statsman Adam. The reason I say that is in case any of that's wrong. Ant says 2-0 Blades. MVB also going 2-0, a Brewster brace. You love to see it. Ray thinks 1-1, as apparently Oxford are desperate for the points. Well, we know that. James is going 3-0 Blades. So is Steve B and Chris. Adam is saying Oxford United 0, Sheffield United 2. Goal scorers for Sheffield United, Peck and Robinson. Jono, be interesting, he says, kicking off just after Leeds and Burnley have played, which could play a part, certainly mentally. He's going 2-0 Blades, Harmer and Campbell. Nick on this channel of this parish predicts 2-1 United, but Paul goes one better and says we're going to win 3-1. I think a lot of people are expecting this to be a bit of a walk in the park. I don't believe it's going to be at all. I think it's going to be a really, really tough game. I think Oxford are better than their league position suggests. What do you think? Let me know your score prediction. Thank you very much for watching or listening. If you get us as an audio podcast, just search Sheff United Way if you haven't yet. Up the Blades.
Olé, olé, olé. Olé, olé, olé.